Before we get into today's video, we got to talk about my year in 2025. This was the first day of last year when I hit my knees on a tree snowmobiling. And then this was Easter weekend when I broke my legs at the sand dunes. Needless to say, I broke my ankle, I broke my knee, and I broke my shoulder. And it was terrible. It took me a long time to recover, 4 months about. I was stuck in a wheelchair, had to go through a lot. I went through a lot of outdoor physical therapy. And this was my bike that I spent forever building. It was a Honda Sierra 500. I built the motor and everything on it. And I had to wave goodbye to that thing. I had to let it go because medical bills were a lot. And then this is my truck. It was a 2000 Cummins. And I had to get rid of that too because the medical bills were too much. So I hit physical therapy really hard. I started getting back to normal. I played a lot of pool from a wheelchair. And then later when I became walking again, I started doing fun things. I was actually able to go golfing this year. Luckily we had a pretty mild winter, so I went golfing in December this year. And then during the middle of the summer, I got to go boating. I was still hurting when this was taken. I couldn't get out in the water, actually, but I still got to go out and enjoy it with everybody. And just so you know, that girl in the back of the boat is the reason I'm still here, because she took care of me during my sickness while I was hurt and even emptied my pee bottles. Well, hi, everyone. I'm somewhat back from my injuries, walking around, and decided to take a little vacation to Lava Hot Springs, also known as LIGERTOWN. That's right, we're going to have a little story for you. So, back in the 1980s, there was a guy who owned a bunch of tigers and lions in Lava Hot Springs and started to breed them, making ligers. So, there's actually a reference to this in the movie Napoleon Dynamite, where he says his favorite animal is a liger. And he's actually located right here at the red X, where that's located on this map of Lava Hot Springs. So the crazy part of this story is that the ligers and tigers got out and were terrorizing the town of Lava. So law enforcement had to come in and shoot them, euthanize them. It was terrible. It was very sad for the ligers and tigers, sad for the city of Lava. So I found this old aerial imagery from a long time ago of Lava Hot Springs when it was first built. I know that the home hotel was built in 1918, so this is probably around that time. We have some good views of what this all looked like back in the old days. You could see the old the Lava Spa Inn, which is supposedly haunted. We'll have to make a video about that where we stay there. But this is what it looks like on Google Imagery now, if you pull it up. There's the hot springs there. You got the hotels. You got the Chuckwagon Restaurant. You got the Royal Pizzeria where we also went. Eruption Brewing where we also went to eat. And yeah, there's lots to do in Lava. So this is from when we ate at the Royal Pizza. When we first got there, good pizza. This is, I believe, the Sicilian. And then, of course, we went to do some gift shop shopping. This is the Blue Jay gift shop, where they also sold us an alcoholic beverage and let us walk around the street with it. Along with that alcoholic beverage, we bought these buzz balls to take back to our room. We stayed at the Lava Spa Motel for the first night. This is also some more pictures from inside that gift shop. We ended up getting a couple things there. This is a picture of our room at the Lava Spa Motel. We stayed here the first night, and we went to the home hotel the second night. We spent a good deal of our time over at the Wagon Wheel Lounge. We used to go over to the Blue Moon. That was our favorite bar until snow had collapsed the roof back a couple years ago. One of the waitress's cars had actually got collapsed in the deal. She was working that day, and she also works over at the Wagon Wheel now. So this is what it looks like now since they demolished the building. Got a picture from the top of the hill looking down. That was the coolest bar in Lava. Everybody misses it. I don't know if they're ever going to make another one, but there needs to be another bar in Lava. So again, you got more pictures of the Blue Moon. You can kind of see where the patio area was, that wooden structure. After we toured the Blue Moon, we just kind of walked around town to get a look of everything. This is kind of that's the Tube Rentals. This is going past the Veterans Park. Those bathrooms are always open, by the way. This is just more pictures from around the town that we got. That's an Airbnb, I believe. This is looking from the top of the hill down Main Street back towards the Hot Pots. This also is. So we got breakfast the next day at the Wagon Wheel. This is I had the omelet special. the green chili omelet. This is looking out our room at the Lava Spa Motel. We had the riverside room. Got to look out directly at that. That river is warm in some spots, and they do a fire and ice festival where they float down it in the middle of the winter. And actually just coming up in a couple weeks. So another pick of the street. We got the Wagon Wheel Lounge there. We got the Riverside Hot Springs. This is in the Wagon Wheel Lounge. They had some nice dogs for us to play with. Very friendly dogs, as you see. Lindsay's there just loving up on them, having the time of her life. The dogs wanted to play fetch over and over, and we were sad when they had to leave, and we ended up having to leave the bar around then too, so it worked out. And after we were done at the Wagon Wheel Lounge, we had to go and check into our hotel. This is us just behind the Wagon Wheel in the smoke pit area. They got horseshoe pit back there and everything. But anyway, we went over and checked into our room at the home hotel, which had a hot tub in the room, which was really nice. This is from the Eruption Brewery. We had our sampler of the beer and the margarita pizza, and I had the wild mushroom mac and cheese. It's really good. I'm not a mushroom fan. I'm a mac and cheese fan. I would have definitely preferred to have some bacon in it rather than mushrooms, but nonetheless, still delicious. And then here we just have the inside of our room at the home hotel, so you can kind of see what it looked like. I'm going to pan over to where the big tub was in our room. This was a huge tub. It fit both of us in it really easily. You have the natural hot mineral spring water that comes in. Looking out the window, you can see over to the Riverside Inn. You can see Eruption Brewery. Again, this is just a close-up of the actual hot tub that was in the room. And I found these really old, cool aerials, and it's really cool to see the old town back as it was in 1912, I believe this was around 1912 to 1918-ish. You see the entire city, you can see some of the hotels, and it's a good place to visit. So if you're ever in the Pocatello area of Idaho or southeastern Idaho, you got to visit Lava Hot Springs, come sit in the hot pools, enjoy some of the scenery, learn about the LIGERTOWN story, and visit some of the haunted places. It's also a good place to recover from injury. Here's a good view of what the hot pools look like now. Just know that if you're coming, it is currently under construction for the hottest pool, but it should be done in just a couple months. Thanks. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.